Closer to home, an officer-involved shooting that happened last night in Mora, Minnesota, is under investigation. Deputy Shanna McWane was responding to a 911 call when she was attacked and repeatedly punched in the head. The deputy fired her weapon, hitting Robert Christian. He was pronounced dead shortly thereafter. After Monday's officer-involved shooting here in Fargo, many of you are asking us, why didn't the officer shoot to wound the man? Fargo police say firearms training is conducted for officers with the hope that they will never have to use it. Part of the training involves what they call the use of force continuum, rules governing how much force to use against a resisting subject. Sometimes an officer must use their weapon in a way that will stop the threat.
The main reason is if you shoot someone in the arm, that doesn't stop them from, if they're shooting at you, you have to stop them. Okay, and generally a central nervous system strike where it puts the person down will stop the behavior.
Sergeant Kringley says he teaches officers to shoot until the behavior stops, and 1 or 2 rounds may not necessarily accomplish that. A local drug treatment center says they will go bankrupt without more help from the state. The director of the Robinson Treatment Center recently asked the North Dakota legislature for more money to help those struggling with addiction, but didn't get it. Multiple people contacted our whistleblower hotline, worried about the future of the center. Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter Nicole Johnson investigates.
I had no insurance. I had no options. I was homeless. I was living on the streets. I was using. I had no money, no food to eat. I didn't know where I was going to go next.
Paige Newlib says the Robinson Treatment Center saved her life and her kids. She lost custody of all 3 last year after driving drunk.
It's a great opportunity for anybody who wants help, for anybody that has an addiction, for anybody that's suffering. It's an excellent program, and I feel like anybody who needs the help and wants the help deserves it.
The physical and the mental health needs of our clients are getting greater and greater, which adds expenses, and we haven't received appropriate increases in funding for that.
ShareHouse President Nate Medhus oversees the Robinson Center and says they won't be able to provide the same rates to addicts in North Dakota unless they get more help from the state.
If someone comes from Minnesota, the state of Minnesota pays for their treatment. If they come from North Dakota, we receive no money.
He's asking North Dakota to give vouchers to addicts to pay for treatment, saying most can't afford it. Right now, what costs $60 per day could go up to hundreds per day.
We're a nonprofit. The goal is not to make lots of money, but we do need to cover our expenses, and those funds have to come from somewhere.
For Newlib, she's hoping everyone who wants help will get it.
For as many beds that Robinson has, which is not very many at all, and for as long as the waiting list is, they shouldn't be cutting back. I feel like they should be building more.
Nicole Johnson, Valley News Live.
One of the concerns of those who contacted our whistleblower hotline is that the Robinson Center is closing. Medhus says ShareHouse will continue to provide services for addiction help, but there may be some changes, not only funding, but he's also hoping for more beds and a separate place for men and women. It's another chilly fall day out there. Looks like fall is sticking around as well. Let's go to Hutch to see how the rest of the night will be. Hutch?
Thanks so much, Stephanie. As we take a look at the radar, we see temperatures are on the cool side once again, low to mid 60s for most areas, and there's some rain, even some thunder and lightning working its way into the Devil's Lake Basin as we head into our evening. Notice that as we look into Grand Forks and Fargo, the rain's staying out to the west. I do believe that's where it stays. We can't rule out a drop or 2 here in the FM area, but what we can rule in is a lot of wind, gusting over 30 miles per hour at times. It will remain breezy through sunset and beyond tonight as temperatures slip for most of our evening into the 50s. Speaking of first day of October and fall-like weather, take a look at this. Gene Hansen welcoming out some Cullum 6th graders to the pumpkin patch out there, having a good time, and it's just that time of year. You can feel it in the air, you can see it in the trees, and we'll tell you if it sticks around for your weekend ahead here in just a couple of minutes.
Pumpkin pie, that's what you can get looking forward to.
I like pumpkin pie. Yep.
Thanks, Hutch. It was a tense morning after what appeared to be a bomb found in a Detroit Lakes park. The DL Police Department, Red River Valley Bomb Squad, and several other emergency organizations responded. Officers were dispatched to Peoples Park just south of Rossman Elementary. Officers found an object taped to a power pole in the park. The device had a cell phone taped to it and wires that appeared to be connecting the phone to the package. A perimeter was set up and Rossman Elementary was placed into a code yellow, and the playground area was cleared of students. The Red River Valley Bomb Squad used 2 robots to get a better look at the object and shot the device with a projectile from one of the robots. The area was determined, though, to be safe, and the school was able to resume normal activity. DL police, they're following up on leads, and they believe they have an arrest by the end of the day. It's been a long day for firefighters who have been fighting a massive fire near Comstock, Minnesota. The Clay County Sheriff estimates hundreds of hay bales were on fire, possibly nearing 1,000. Firefighters had to open up the bales and drive over them to smother the fire. Crews were trying to put out bales that were not yet on fire as well. Dark, thick smoke could be seen several miles away and made visibility on area roads pretty tough, much like a thick fog. The man who owns the bales says he's in shock, but happy that no one's hurt. A car fire brought traffic to a halt on westbound I-94 near the 25th Street overpass early this morning. Now, as you can see on our Valley Sky Cam, the highway was just a sea of red lights. Westbound traffic was backed up to near University Drive. Nearly a dozen Fargo firefighters and their equipment were brought in to handle the call. Officials tell us the fire started in the engine compartment, though they don't know what set it off. Nobody was injured, but damage to the car is estimated around $5,000. An annoying problem at the New Hornbachers in South Moorhead's about to be fixed. Customers and employees have been complaining about numerous static electric shocks from the store's new shopping carts. And the store director says he has found a way to put a stop to those shocks. They say a special device that prevents static electricity from building up is going to be installed on the bottom of each shopping cart. They're not sure exactly why so many people are being shocked, but say it's happened at other stores in the past. Each of the store's roughly 125 shopping carts are going to be retrofitted with the devices in a few days. It's a gathering of students, some very young and some about to enter the job market. Today, students from Fargo's Woodrow Wilson High shared some time with kids. They're lovingly known as the Littles. The Littles are children from the school district's early childhood special education and even start programs. For the older kids, it's a chance to learn and practice some organizational skills and do some mentoring.
They come here and they can do things, and then we give out little medals to them. That is a big boost of confidence for them. And like I said, they get to come out and they get to participate. They get a little exercise and build a relationship with the older student.
This is the 3rd year for the Agassiz Field Day. Fall is in the air, and you can take the whole family for some fall fun this weekend at the Dakota Carriage Company Pumpkin Patch. The family-owned business is open Friday, Saturday, and Sundays. All ages will enjoy the horse-drawn rides and walk in the woods and corn maze, and it's as big as about 3.5 football fields. Owners say families will enjoy the activities and have an abundance of pumpkins for all to choose from.
We do a really good job every year trying not to run out, but yeah, it's a total opposite from last year. We have a lot of pumpkins on the vines and very large pumpkins too.
For more information on the pumpkin patch, go to valleynewslive.com and then click on our hot button. Still ahead for us tonight, chocolate lovers, listen up. The high-end Swiss chocolate line you can now get in the United States.
Morning temperatures ranging from the 30s to the 50s today. It didn't get too hot. A few showers and storms are about. I'll have details on what you can expect in your forecast next.